Midweek blessings to all of you. I was planning on walking while I tried to film this little devotion, but the path is so muddy, so I decided I'll probably just stand here in a little piece of the wilderness and record amidst the mosquitoes. A little while ago, Claire took a class, and one of the assignments that she was given was to complete the sentences. If my name was a smell, it would be blank like blank. If my name was a color, it would be blank like blank. If my name was a texture, if my name was a sound, it would be blank like blank. And what it called forth from each of the students was to take moments of reflection and insight and thinking about one's own life and what was meaningful, significant, what those moments were for them. And when she came home and shared that with me, it's quite inspiring. And I don't consider myself much of a poet, but I love words. I love when you bring words together that bring a spark of something new. And so I decided I would try to take that template that Claire had shared, because it calls forth creativity, and make it about my relationship with Claire. If our name was a smell, it would be blank like blank. And so for me, our name was a smell, it would be lilac, because when we got married, right before the wedding date, the lilacs were in full bloom, and so that carries significance for us. It's kind of when life intersected for us. And I carry my little diary around now and try to write down moments that have been precious for us in the past, because I decided to try to write one of these out every time there's a significant celebration. So the first one is for Christmas this past year, and then Valentine's Day, and then Mother's Day, and hopefully for our anniversary. And you can really make it almost with anything. You know, if our name was a hike, or if my name was a texture, it would be blank like blank. And it calls forth a naming. Naming a sound, naming a color, naming a texture, naming a sight, and then to follow it with what the meaning is behind it. And I've thought about that too with so much of the scriptures. So much of the scriptures is God intersecting life with other people's lives. So for instance, when Hagar, the Egyptian, was cast out of her community, when she was scapegoated, she was on the run, and she encountered the angel of the Lord. And the angel of the Lord asked Hagar, the Egyptian, "Hagar, where have you come from and where are you going?" And as she expressed her plight, the angel of the Lord gave her some words, and she named God. She said, "You are the God who sees me," because God was there in those moments. God saw what was going on. And in a similar vein, that takes place for Nathanael in John's Gospel. He encounters Jesus, and Jesus seems to know him already before he's met him. And Nathanael says, "How do you know me?" And Jesus said, "I saw you while you were under the fig tree." And whatever that meant for Nathanael, he said of Jesus, "You are the King of Israel. You're the Son of God." Because somehow he knew that Jesus was there. Jesus had seen him, knew him, and named him. And Jesus is always doing that in the Gospels. He's renaming people. He's seeing people. That also happens for the Samaritan woman at the well. After talking with Jesus, she runs back to her town saying, "Come and meet a man who told me everything I ever did." And so she was also somebody who recognized that she was seen. There's also a curious passage in Revelation that discusses this a little bit. It just says that each of us will one day receive a new name. And that's something to press on towards, and to anticipate, to wonder at a little bit what our new name might be. Wherever this week finds you, I hope that you know that you're known. Maybe the template that I shared with you might be an exercise in creativity that you attempt. Maybe not. It can be about yourself. It can be maybe about any other person, where life intersects life with something significant or momentous. But above all, I hope that you know that you are seen, that there is a God who sees you, who names you, who notices every moment, every high, every low, and that each of us is so loved. God bless.